Now the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the aftermath.
4 men got out and started.
It was very rapid. There was no stop.
Word is spreading on social media that the 26-year-old man pronounced dead is a well-known Chicago rapper.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the...
There was no stop. Word is spreading on social media that the 26-year-old man pronounced is a well-known Chicago rapper. This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight, with news outlets documenting the alleged crime that Lil Durk took part in with the passing of Lil PB. His lawyers just created 3 ways to have Durk released from jail in 2025. They would begin inside a court by giving out Lil Durk's alibi from the lyrics that the prosecutors claim that he self-snitched with, where Durk's lawyer would announce in a move out of the YSL trial playbook. Lil Durk's producer says in a declaration in the M for Hire case that the wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy song with Babyface Ray, which prosecutors say bragged about the passing. A Little AB was actually recorded 7 months before the incident, where the court document hadn't. There's also an attachment showing the original project file for the song, which proves it was made and recorded before the alleged incident even took place. The lyrics in question go, and I quote, "Look on the news and see your son screaming no no," which some have connected to Quando Rondo, who was reportedly at the scene of the crime, screaming no on the sidewalk. The man in the car, who was said to be frantic at the sight, was also mentioned. There's also a connection to another set of lyrics, where Lil Durk raps, "Told me they got an Addy, go, got the location, go." Some have pointed to this, as Brick Baby recently claimed he would have dropped Quando Rondo. These lyrics are now part of the defense's argument to show the timeline doesn't line up with the allegations. Rondo's location or address, if Lil Durk had asked them to, because he is loyal to them. Why is that then?
There's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd accept it.
If he makes the car right now, I'd say it's a bit like Brick Baby allegedly agreeing not to snitch on Durk. But having him talk about it in an interview kind of feels like snitching, doesn't it? Durk also rapping those screaming no no lyrics with Quando Rondo just feels like one of the biggest coincidences ever. Then, the prosecutors dropped their own bombshell. They revealed that they had over 230 gigabytes of digital evidence, including audio and video recordings, surveillance footage, and 20,000 pages of reports that are still being processed for discovery. DJ Academics shared that it all ties back to Durk's albums. The titles and themes of his music almost seem like a roadmap for the crimes associated with OTF. In 2020 and 2021, his brother died. In 2022, his brother's killer was shot. Then, a cousin of theirs got shot as well. By 2023, Durk dropped an album titled I'm Almost Healed. It's crazy when you think about it. It's like the story of Durk's life, with 2020 and 2021 marking pain over his brother's death, then getting revenge in 2022, and in 2023, reflecting on healing. It's almost poetic, don't you think? Lil Durk seemed to have created his own roadmap by seeking revenge on those who wronged him, and now, after all of that, he's claiming to finally be healing. But as Durk's lawyers work on providing an alibi for the evidence, the prosecutors aren't backing down. They've presented counter-evidence, saying that the feds believe Durk is connected to some serious incidents. First, they're focusing on Stephen Mack, who is believed to be responsible for the death of Lil Durk's brother. Second, they point to OTF Jam's baby mom, who tragically passed away after Durk found out that Jam had been wearing a wire around him. The feds believe that OTF Jam is a key figure in tying Durk to these crimes and could potentially lead to his conviction. One key moment that stands out is an Instagram Live where Lil Durk noticed OTF Jam acting suspicious. Jam was seen holding the top of his jacket and whispering into it, almost like checking if a wire was connected. In the live, Jam seemed to be talking about the past, joking around with Durk like old times, but now it's all under suspicion. On top of this, the prosecutors are also digging deeper into other incidents connected to Lil Durk, and it was recently revealed that Durk may be linked to even more passings that have come to light in their investigation. Newly unsealed file in a Chicago passing where he is alleged to be behind the crime of Stephen Mack. It is believed that Mack was targeted as revenge for the passing of Lil Durk's brother D Thing. As in the court document, they shared this Instagram story when 30 minutes after Stephen Mack passed away, Lil Durk would post for D Thing, then quickly deleted after only 15 minutes. But alongside this, the following day, Lil Durk would post an Instagram story where he would laughy TW fall somebody said slap. Say slap as while they're gathering a timeline for the Instagram live. It is rumored to be only 48 hours after the crime occurred, but this is when Lil Durk's lawyers would get a massive win inside of court with a second way to have Durk released from jail, as it would be announced sources alleged Lil Durk's fast prison transfer was caused by issues within his cell block. Being a high-profile rapper likely caused him to be targeted for commissary and money. This gave the judge a heads up that Lil Durk's life inside a jail is very concerning, and he isn't being protected by the law like he should be, they believe.
I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying him shit like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened.
It's hard not to mention how Durk's path spiraled as he tried to get revenge for a beef he and Quando Rondo had eventually decided to move past. He explained it like this: I was just protecting my little brother. But when he found out that it was King Von who was responsible for everything, he said, I was like, damn, if bro did that stupid stuff last night, he'd still be alive. That's when Durk realized the weight of everything. He added, but I'm not that type of person. I'm a humble person. I don't disrespect anyone, especially not like that. I could easily get caught up in clout chasing, but I'm not on that. Durk acknowledges that if things had been handled differently, none of this would have happened. Interestingly, Quando Rondo said something very similar in a separate interview, where he shared that he wished things had been resolved another way. Durk has a family, kids, and a mom who loves him, and yet he's put it all at risk. He understands now that the path he chose was a mistake. At the end of the day, it all seems pointless, with so much love and responsibility on the line. That we talking about stupid that could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $34 million could have came out, or whatever, like they could have got handled in a legit way and in a music way. This has made Lil Durk's jail life very hard. He's been moved into new sections, new cell blocks, and a completely different prison because he keeps on being targeted on the inside, making it a higher likelihood he could be released on a house arrest agreement. The situation continued to stir up strong opinions, especially from Charleston White, who took a hard stance. He made similar comments about YNW Melly, saying that people like Melly and Durk shouldn't be living comfortable lives in jail, especially if they're accused of committing some of the worst crimes. He went as far as saying, I'm so happy he's in jail getting mistreated. When you take a life, you ain't got the right to complain about being mistreated. Charleston's words really hit hard, as he believes that anyone who takes another life should face harsh consequences, including mistreatment behind bars. As Durk's chances of release grew stronger, the prosecutors pushed back with more evidence to try and convince the judge not to grant his release. They began by showing another video clip where Brick Baby spoke publicly, saying that you can't deny Durk's involvement in the situation anymore, especially after what happened to King Von. After Durk's arrest, Brick Baby went on a live stream and reacted to an older interview where he had previously talked about Durk's actions. This all added more fuel to the fire in the ongoing legal battle surrounding Durk. You can't say Durk never slid, making it really look like he was the one that drew the federal attention to Lil Durk's name. This just see 5 Chicago gang members with ties to Lil Durk ODF accused of being hired to alive Quando Rondo in the LA incident where Lil was alive. Suspects face the penalty if convicted. But was this an attempted hit, or say that no more than they put you as like who died? You can't say that no more, oh cuz. of FG Cash talking about fetal charges in California, no cuz. Little P, so this is about the oh what's the but, I'm just saying they just say you can't say that no more. As with the feds knowing to look into Lil Durk now, some of the first evidence that they found was this footage of King Von jewelry shopping with two of the suspects that were arrested alongside Lil Durk, being DD and Boogie Solitary. Over their boss, you good my boy, they got real in here man, cause he just stepped in the money made STE in making it very likely that they also would have wanted revenge for King Von. But this is where it gets concerning, as a report recently surfaced revealing that Lil Durk found out that his co-defendant, OTF Von, King Von's cousin, had filed for protective custody when they appeared in court together this week. This news caught the attention of Durk's best friend, OTF Zoo, who reacted strongly. He went on to say, I don't know what's going on, but those people in the courtrooms, man, for real, they're making false accusations. Y'all really think y'all know what's happening, but y'all just trying to play detective, and it's weird as hell. Zoe wasn't holding back, calling out the rumors about Jam and accusing people of trying to paint a false narrative. He said, first y'all threw the Jam rumors out there. Now you're talking about someone snitching, but y'all don't even know what's going on. Y'all just be running with stuff. And that's why I stay out of anything illegal, because of people like y'all trying to put others in jail. The situation only got messier when DJ Academic spoke up, adding fuel to the fire by suggesting that Otani was allegedly snitching. This sparked confusion, especially when people started seeing Flo post about it, which only added to the chaos surrounding the case.
With all due respect to whoever 900 Brubra is, again, with all due respect to you, the guy's fighting for his life. I get it. Maybe for whatever reason, which I still think would be a dumb reason, let's say that Durk wants to address the people. You know how you put this out? You say, yo, Durk, we on. You let him say what he's saying to the public, and you cut it off. We don't need to hear y'all back and forth. Because a lot of this audio kind of feels like maybe this wasn't how Durk wanted to first communicate with everybody in the world. Anything he does is gonna go viral. Having a conversation about, even if you think it's in good faith, yo, we don't move off money, nah, blah, blah, blah. It don't sound right. It don't sound right, brother.
Almost got to be like, look at this headline. Lil Durk found out his co-defending ULT Voni King Von cousin F for protective custody when they came to court. Okay, that sounds so crazy. This is why we have streams like this. This is, I'm not going to get on anybody or anything like that. And I'm not going to ever say that I haven't, maybe jumped the maybe once in a while, but I definitely do aim to be correct. And I never tried to be incorrect out of malice, right? This is why we love to bring up the Lil Durk knew that Otani hadn't snitched, but he made a major mistake when he made a phone call from jail. During the call, he stated that he wasn't going into protective custody, PC, which actually sent a message to the public that OTF, his crew, wasn't involved in any kind of snitching. This all happened within just 8 hours. The caption on the post read, "Just got off the phone with my brother Lil Durk. He's in good spirits, staying positive, trying to get back home to his kids and family. We're not glorifying negativity. We're more than just street guys. Actually, that's an understatement. We're men of honor and follow the code, no matter our financial status. Bro hit the main line with the rest of our kind. No protective custody." Durk made it clear on the call that he wasn't going into PC, and in doing so, he indirectly reinforced the message that Otani wasn't the one involved in snitching. It was a coded way of telling the public the truth, even though it may have been misinterpreted. The call, which was from a federal prison, ended with a brief exchange. Say what? BR? Durk responded, I know. You, if you need anything, I got you. Yeah, I know how that be, bro. It don't matter, bro. We ain't never moved our money. Except for that first time once it was like then, it was everything was his. Yeah, God, I can't like where you from what you man, what the me UPS. As Lil Durk got into a lot of trouble for doing this, he was moved cell blocks. His phone pro bills were cut down to a very small amount of minutes per day, but he wanted to make it clear that Otani was not snitching, as even DJ Academics would share the truth behind the situation. It feels like maybe this wasn't how Durk wanted to first communicate with everybody in the world. Anything he does is going to go viral. Having a conversation about, even if you think it's in good faith, we don't move off money, nah, blah, blah, blah. It don't sound Right, it don't sound right, brother. As it always isn't terrible for Lil Durk, nobody seems to be snitching, as it was also announced by a lawyer what his release date could be. It would be announced. Kodak Black's attorney, Bradford Cohen, a legal expert, believes that Lil Durk still has a chance to beat the charges in the King Von and Quando Rondo revenge case, unless members of OTF testify against him. When it comes to Durk, Cohen pointed out one text message that has surfaced, where Durk allegedly told someone, "Don't have them associate my name with any kind of flights they're taking." Cohen acknowledged that while this text isn't great, it alone doesn't prove anything definitive. It's circumstantial, he said, but we'll have to wait and see what other evidence they have. Cohen emphasized that if the prosecution has a snitch or hard evidence like video or audio recordings of Durk saying something incriminating, that would change things significantly. But at this point, Cohen is cautious in saying it's a slam dunk case for the prosecution. It's still very early in the case, he explained. If the feds don't have enough solid evidence to prove his involvement beyond a reasonable doubt, there's a chance Durk's lawyers could get him released. However, that all depends on what evidence is still to be presented. Audio recordings that OTF Jam picked up with his wire for the last 2 years, but a famous rap lawyer revealed Durk's release date and what it could be, so it all depends on the hunger of the US attorney and the USA that's involved. And if they want this individual badly enough, they'll make very attractive deals for these individuals. What does a very attractive deal look like? I think they go for the lowest hanging fruita. Whoever, didn't actually the guy, maybe someone that was involved that didn't. Cohen further explained that in cases like this, prosecutors often go for the lowest hanging fruit first, meaning they target the person who is least involved but might be more willing to cooperate. They'll approach him and make a deal, offering the most attractive terms to get him to flip, he said. If that person doesn't take the deal, they move on to the next person. This is a common tactic in criminal cases, where law enforcement looks for someone who might not have had much involvement, but is more likely to cooperate in exchange for a lesser sentence. What's also intriguing about the indictment, Cohen noted, is that it wasn't just about money. There was also the possibility of career advancement at play. This could mean that personal ambitions, in addition to financial gain, may have been part of the motive behind the crimes, making the case even more complex.